I've made over $500,000 in profit as a TikTok shop affiliate my first year doing it, and my students get just as crazy results. So in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain completely and answering the real questions about TikTok shop. The ones that you can't find on Google or just ask ChatGPT, because you can only get these answers through decades of making content, experience selling online, and hundreds of thousands of dollars earned. These are the answers that I wish I had when I started. So lock in, because just one of these answers could save you months of trial and error. Let's get into it. All right, so first question we have right here is, how do you spot a product before it goes viral? Now, there's a few metrics that I look at before picking high potential winning products. The most important thing is I want the product to either solve a pain or take someone closer to their desire. And I feel like the best products in the world have both of these. I mean, you think of what is the hottest product right now that everyone and their mom is using? I mean, let's be honest, Ozempic, right? But we need to ask ourselves, why is Ozempic so popular? Why is it selling so much? Why is everybody taking it? Well, it's because it takes away the pain of being overweight, running out of breath when you climb up the stairs, being insecure when you take off your shirt, but it also takes the customer closer to their dream state, which is, I want to be fit, I want to be skinny, I want to feel confident again. And so that's what I ask myself before looking at any product. Does this solve pain or take someone closer to their desire? Ideally, I would want it to have both of those things. Now, when it comes to the sweet spot in terms of sales, I will say at minimum anywhere from 10,000 sales, but usually I don't like to promote products that are over 100,000 sales. I feel like that's really the sweet spot where you know it has proven momentum and you know that it's selling. That way you're not like fighting this uphill battle trying to get this really unknown product into the market, but also it's not so popular that you're competing against an entire sea of affiliates that also want to promote that product. All right, next question I have right here is, how do you know when to let go of a product? So this is a really good question, because one of my best products ever, I sold about $250,000 of profit worth of that product. And it was these fitted compression gym shirts. And I sold those, I would say, for about 6 to 8 months, where I was making consistent like 50K months, 100K months, $150,000 months. But then of course, sales start to slow down, you know, once the market gets saturated with that product and all of the angles that you've been using, whether it's skit style, storytelling style, talking head style, basically people have seen it over and over and over again. And so unless you can come up with a completely new untapped angle or experiment with a different content style, then usually when the sales start to slow down after a few months, that's your sign that it's time to start to experiment with some different products. And it's very important that you're always experimenting with different products, because you never know when a product listing is going to be taken down. Or hell, I remember a few months back when the tariffs happened, those specific shirts like quadrupled in price. They literally went from like $20 for a 5-pack to like $130. It was actually insane. So imagine if that was the only product that I was pushing, you know, I would be shit out of luck. I wouldn't be making any money. Luckily though, I promote a lot of different products, and so it didn't affect me as much as it would have if I had only been promoting that one product. All right, next question right here we have, how do you convince sellers to give you higher commissions or retainers? So the way I like to think about this is, you have to understand that a business is only going to give you money if you are making them money. I see this a lot, especially with beginner affiliates. They think that they're going to get $1,000 retainer or brand deal right off the bat, and they've never even talked about the product. They've never even sold products for that company. And it's like, imagine if someone just came up to you and said, hey, will you give me $1,000 and I'll start promoting your business? And you have no idea who they are, what past experience they have. You don't even know if they could sell your product. You don't even know if they're a good fit for your product. You'd probably be like, fuck no, bro. Take a walk, buddy. So these brands are thinking the same exact thing. They're being bombarded every single day by affiliates who want extra commission, who want brand deals, who want retainers. The way that you separate yourself is, I would start by posting that brand for free, making some really good videos, and start to generate some sales for them. That way, when you do decide to approach the brand, you're not just coming at them with nothing to offer, nothing to bring to the table. You actually have prior value. And all you have to do is say, hey, X brand, I've been making videos for your brand for a while now. I absolutely love your product, and I've actually even generated some sales for you guys. I would love to make even more content for you guys. I'm thinking 30 videos a month. Is there a possibility that we can work out retainer or brand deal? Now, when it comes to asking for higher commissions, it's basically the same thing. You want to prove yourself. Are you of value to that brand? Again, make good videos, generate sales for them, and then ask for the commission boost. 9 times out of 10, they are going to say yes. And then if they don't, this is like a negotiation strategy that I usually reserve for my paying clients and students. But what you can say is if it's a more general product and not like a brand like Goalie or Boom Boom or Neurogum, where they are the only product and the only brand that sells that product, you could be like, hey, I really love your product. I've been promoting it for a while, but this other brand or this other business came up to me and they're offering me an extra $1 or $2 commission per sale. I really want to keep working with your brand, but unfortunately, if you guys can't match that commission, I'm gonna have to bounce, brother. And again, I would only use that like worst case scenario, but if you're a good affiliate and they like your content and you're getting them sales, they're gonna want to keep you, so they will likely bump up your commission. But guys, never hesitate to ask for more money, ask for an extra commission, ask for a retainer or brand deal. I heard this from a mentor and he said that closed mouths don't get fed. And I live with that every single day. You have to ask for what you want in this life. People aren't mind readers. It's not rude to ask for things, but you have to ask. All right, so this is a really good question. What is the exact formula to consistently go viral and convert with your TikTok shop affiliate videos? So I'm glad that they said and convert, because there's a difference between just going viral and making sales. So what I use in every single one of my videos and what I teach all my students is something called the conversion code. Basically, you want to make sure that your video has these 4 elements. That way it has the best chance possible at actually converting into commissions, into sales. Number 1, you want to make sure that your video has a powerful hook, something bold, something controversial, something that stops the scroll so that the viewer keeps watching your video. The next element you want to make sure all your TikTok shop affiliate videos has is a good story. You really want to be able to channel their desire, make them want to buy the product that you're talking about. Again, like we touched on in the beginning, does it solve their pain or does it take them closer to their desire? Talk about how much it's going to change their life, how it's going to improve their life. But the story is really what you want to nail down besides the hook that's going to make them want to pull out their credit card by the end of the video. Something else that we talk about including is proof. And I feel like not a lot of affiliates do this or they forget to do it, but it is extremely important that you include some form of reviews or screenshots of other people using the product, or even including videos of people using the product or podcast clips of people talking about the product. That's called an appeal to authority. But humans are very social creatures. I mean, think about it. When you go to buy something, you're always looking at the reviews. TikTok shop affiliate videos are the same exact way. People don't want to waste their money because they've been burned before. So just go the extra mile and include proof inside of your videos. The last element that you need for a high converting video is a call to action. Never forget this. Never assume that the person is just going to like the video and they like the product, so they'll just buy naturally. You always want to remind people, hey, tap the orange card down below, get the product today because it's on sale or because it's low in stock, or if you're tired of feeling this way. But always use a call to action. And that is the 4-step conversion code that I use and I teach all of my students. And inside of my one-on-one coaching program, we also teach you exactly how to find winning products, how to get an account if you don't have an account, how to scale, how to use AI in your TikTok shop affiliate videos, how to come up with your unique content strategy and figure out your unfair advantage, aka the unicorn method. I have people like Braden, who's a literal teenager hitting $2,000 profit weeks. Alberto, who was stuck at $100 months before he came to me, hitting $1,000 profit weeks now. Tom, another one of my students who hit a $600 profit day. Another student who hit a $1,400 profit day. And Nico, who's saying that he has one of the best weeks he's ever had since he started working with me. So if you're tired of not seeing the results you want to see with TikTok shop affiliate, click the top link in the description and I'll see you in there. Next question we have is actually very interesting. It's, can you make a product go viral with 0 on-camera presence? So I'm going to be honest, a winning product is essential for you to actually hit those 10K months, 30K months, 50K months, 100K months, etc. But a winning product on its own will not take you to those months. You actually have to know how to make videos that actually convert, especially now with the current state of TikTok shop affiliate. Back then, you could just post anything talking about a product and you would sell that shit like hotcakes. You wouldn't even have to try. But now with more competition, people posting every single day, and so many more affiliates, you have to separate yourself by having both a winning product, but also knowing how to make content that actually converts. So this is a good question as well, because I feel like not a lot of people ask it. It's how do you actually structure out your day to scale consistently without burning out? So I actually got this from one of my old mentors, the way I structure my day is in the morning, I really like to do the heavy lifting, like the marketing. And so whether that is posting my TikTok shop affiliate videos, now that I have my business, six-figure affiliate where we help students scale. And so I'm posting YouTube videos, or I'm posting videos on my TikTok promoting my business. I really like to get that out of the way in the beginning of the day. So for you as a TikTok shop affiliate, I would recommend waking up, whether you drink a coffee or an energy drink, or maybe you don't, just getting right to it and start batch filming your videos. I really like to batch film all at once. I don't like to film, edit, because I feel like that really distracts me and shifts my focus and it takes up more time. But when I just purely batch film, I get in that flow state, I get in the zone, I can film some really good content. And then afterwards, that's when I will edit and post the videos. But if you leave that till the end of the day, let's say 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., you're gonna be really tired. Maybe you had work, maybe you had a ton of other things, and you're not really gonna have the energy to film, and you're not gonna make the best possible video. So I always recommend getting that taken care of in the mornings. Now, during the middle of the day is usually when I like to do my research, figure out which products I want to promote next week. I study other creators, see what's working right now, see what's not working. I check my own analytics and see what's selling, what's not selling, what do I need to be doubling down on, what do I need to cut off. And then finally at night, this is kind of where I like to unwind, but I also like to build things out. So whether that's making a new module for my course, whether that is writing what I have to get done for the next day, whether that's writing down my goals of what I want to accomplish this week and this month and this year, whether that's also praying to God at night, I really just like to take time to learn, to build, to unwind, and also, read. Right now I'm reading Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. I got that recommendation from Sam Ovens. It's been a really great book so far. So yeah, that's how I like to structure my day as someone who's made multiple six figures in profit as a TikTok shop affiliate. What does a dead video actually teach you about improving your next one? I'm assuming by dead video, they mean a video that didn't get views, didn't get sales. And I will say that sometimes you can have a really good fucking video and it just doesn't perform. Like you put in hours thinking of it, scripting it out, filming it, editing it, and you think it's gonna pop off and it doesn't. And then sometimes you will just put your phone down, not give a shit. You look like you just woke up and your hair's a mess and you have pimples and you just look like shit and you're not even trying in the video, and then you make like $10,000 from that single video. So sometimes it is just kind of like a hit or miss, and this is why I think it's so important to be posting every single day, because you never know when it's gonna be your chance to shine. You never know when it's gonna be that one video that pops off and changes your fucking life forever. But if you're posting for a very long time, and this actually leads me to my next question, how do you handle dry streaks as an affiliate? And so my answer to that is you have to keep showing up every single day. And if you've been having a dry streak for a few days or maybe just a few weeks, then you really don't have enough data. You just have to keep posting, keep doing what you're doing, keep posting your products that have sold in the past, and keep making content. But now if you've been stuck for like months and you're really just not hitting it off, then this is quite literally the algorithm, the universe, everything around you telling you this shit isn't working. Like we need to change something up. So whether that is finding a new product, whether that is trying a new content style, maybe you've been doing skits for a very long time and now you should try storytelling content, talking head content. Maybe you've been doing conspiracy or talking head content for a long time and now you need to switch up to skits. But I'm a big data guy, and so whenever something is not working for a long enough period, I'm brutally honest with myself and I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to change something up, or I need to invest in a program. I need to, reach out to friends who are doing better than me. I need to get a mentor, someone who's gonna help me break through this plateau. Next question, how do you turn a one-off viral video into long-term daily passive income? I love this question because I feel like I've absolutely mastered this. So I actually had one specific video that hit almost 40 million views that made me well over six figures in profit. Just one single video. And what this video told me is that this hook works, this angle that you're taking is working, and you need to run this shit up. And so I would literally make 10 videos every single day using that same hook, using that same angle. I rinsed it for everything it was worth. Other ways that you can make sure one viral video makes you money is by using comment replies. So actually on that video that had 40 million views, I replied to the top comments, the top questions with a follow-up video, and those videos also got like 2 million views, 10 million views. I even had another follow-up video get 16 million views. So when you have a viral video, it is like literally you just struck a gold mine. You need to continue remaking it, continue following that same style, using that same angle, and also making comment replies. So next question we have is, what is the sweet spot between too many videos per day and not enough? So I'm gonna be honest, I think you can post up to 50 to 100 videos a day as a TikTok shop affiliate and see amazing results. The thing is though, you should not sacrifice the quality of your videos simply to post more. Now, of course, I'm a huge volume guy. I'll post 10, 20, 30 times every single day without fail. And I've been doing that for a year. And that's how I get such consistent good results. I know I'm never gonna have a dry period or dry month because of all the thousands of videos I have. But if you're just starting out, or you're just starting to make content, or you really don't know anything about sales and marketing, I'm not gonna expect you to be posting 10, 20, 30 videos every single day. What would be better for you when you're first starting out is learning how to actually make content that converts and putting your first 3 videos a day out there, 5 videos a day out there. Eventually, I do think you should be posting 10 videos a day. That's what I think is the best in my opinion, because every video that you put out there is a new chance to reach people, to make thousands of dollars, and to change your life ultimately. But again, you know, you shouldn't sacrifice the quality of your videos. So if you're posting like 20 videos a day and none of them are doing good and like you don't even care about them, you're just posting whatever, then you know, you're posting 20 videos just for the sake of it. But I also do believe that TikTok shop and social media in general is a volume game. You know, I heard Mr. Beast talking to this one page, I think in India, and he was talking to these 2 people that run one of the biggest pages in like a different country. And they said they post 100 Instagram posts every single day. And he was like, does that work? And they were like, yeah, like we're getting 1 billion views a month. It's never like you're posting too much, because you can post 100 videos a day. You know, there's proof that that works. It's just like, is it affecting the quality of your videos? And then if it is, then you obviously have to bring it down a little bit. So that's the example I like to use. I truly think that social media and TikTok shop in general is just a war of attrition. How much can you post without sacrificing the quality of your videos? That is the amount that you should be posting. What is the #1 TikTok shop metric most affiliates don't track but should? So I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people worry a lot about like the watch time, the click-through rate, the views of their videos, but the only metric that I give a shit about is sales. Did a video sell? And if it did, how many sales? That's literally it. You know, people overthink it. They look at all these analytics that don't really matter. Dude, did it fucking sell? If it did, double down. If it didn't, cut it off. It's that simple. What is your emergency move when TikTok randomly tanks your reach? So there's definitely gonna be times where you're not seeing the most sales, you're not seeing the most views. And so I will say, this is why I think it's important to have multiple TikTok shop affiliate accounts. One of my buddies, Ruben, who's done over $1 million in profit as an affiliate, actually put me on this, because he said there's gonna be times when one account is extremely down, but maybe your other account is doing really good. And so this is why it's important to have multiple accounts and be posting on both of them, or all 3 of them, 4 of them, however many accounts you have. How do you stay consistent when you are having those low months as an affiliate? A lot of people ask about like motivation, consistency. I've always been very blunt, very transparent, very upfront. I really think it just comes down to how bad do you actually want the things that you say you want? Because I don't ever look for motivation to like post my content. Do I want to film a YouTube video right now? I mean, I enjoy it, but like there's other things that I could be doing that are more fun, or, you know, I could be working out, or I could be, you know, spending time with my girlfriend. So it's not necessarily like I want to film this, but it's just, what the fuck do I have to do to get to where I want to go? When you are having those low periods, those low days, weeks, months, whatever, just remind yourself that this is what separates the affiliates who succeed and the ones who just quit and fail and nobody ever fucking remembers. If you want to live a life of mediocrity and, you know, not chase after your goals and not succeed and not reach your dreams, then quit, bro. Like, nobody's fucking forcing you to do this. If you actually want the things you say you want though, whether it's retiring your mom like I was able to, or retiring your parents, providing for your loved ones, being able to travel the world, buying a house, living in the mansion, having your dream car, then it's gonna take effort. There is no shortcut. Yeah, I feel like we got a little bit deep here, but that's just the way I think about a lot of things. I never care about how I feel in the morning. I never care if I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm ecstatic, if I'm depressed. Every single day, it's what do I need to get done? And I don't sleep until it's done. Yeah, some people call that unhealthy. Some people call that obsessive. Some people say, oh, you need a break, Sebastian. I don't need a fucking break, because I know what I want out of my life. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with not wanting the same things I do. I think that's the beautiful thing about life. Everybody has their own dreams, their own aspirations. Some people do just want to chill more. They don't want to work as much, and that's completely fine. But then you can't complain about not having the things that you want. What filming setup do you recommend for affiliates? So I don't think you need to overthink it. You don't need like a 4K camera or like the best microphone in the world. Literally, you just need an iPhone. And I say iPhone in specific. Don't use a fucking Android, bro. The amount of affiliates that I see film on an Android, they wonder why they don't get results. It's like, bro, the quality on your videos looks like a fucking potato, man. And I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but dude, think of it like an investment. Okay, you are literally filming every single day as an affiliate. Just get the best phone out there, which is an iPhone. And even if the Android Androids have the Snap Quad Dragon processor, whatever the fuck, and the cameras are cool and ultra, whatever. But when it gets processed onto social media platforms, it just looks grainy and like shit. You also don't have emojis that iPhones do. Text looks very different. It just doesn't look appealing. You're also going to be spending a lot of time editing and a lot of time on your phone, like doing product research, responding to comments. And I truly believe that iPhones are the best for everything that you're going to do as an affiliate. When it comes to gear, equipment, setup, again, you don't have to go overboard with it. If you're going to film outside, maybe get like this microphone. This is the Rode Go 2. I really like the phone clip-on lights. I'll throw up a picture of what I mean right here. But yeah, just keep it simple, stupid. How do you know when it's not the content, but the product that's the problem? So I think it goes back to looking at the conversion code. Does your video have all of the elements that make a viral and powerful video? Did you have a great hook? Did you have a good story? Did you have the proof in the video? Did you have a call to action? And then if you truly believe that you had all of those elements, like maybe get an outside opinion of someone who is levels above you. Ask them like, hey man, do you mind like reviewing this video? Join a community. Hell, join my program. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. And I'll let you know like, yeah, bro, this is good. And I think it's just the product. Or like, bro, this is not as good as you think it is. We need to work on this hook or this story, this proof. Okay, the age-old question, how do you avoid account bans or violations? So I'm going to be honest, I don't really face this issue too much on my main account because I have an aged account. I'm verified. I've had it for like 5 or 6 years. Actually, it's probably like closer to 7 or 8 years because I was on Musical.ly. If you don't know, TikTok used to be Musical.ly. So I have an aged account. But what I will say is obviously you just want to be careful with the way you're making your videos. Okay, don't say things like fat. You can't make ridiculous claims. You obviously can't show like alcohol in your videos. You can't show overly weird things. Just take some time to read through the TikTok shop policies. Make sure that your videos aren't doing that. If you do get a violation, always make sure to appeal it. The method that I use if I ever have to appeal a violation is I ask ChatGPT to write a short appeal for whatever specific violation you have. I'll plug that in, and then also where it says to add supporting documents, always add supporting documents because that improves the likelihood that your appeal is going to get approved, and hopefully that'll reverse some of the violation points. And then finally, the worst case scenario, if your account ever gets banned, there are agencies that will help you out. They will work with you to get your account back. The only one that I can recommend is Carter Pulse. I'll leave their X right here, just CARTER, Pulse, PULSE. They actually helped me get my account banned back in July when I had over $100,000 in profit just sitting in that account, and I thought I was not going to be able to get that money. I was livid for a while, but they were able to get me my account back. What is the mindset shift that took you from $100 weeks to $10,000 months? I know it's going to sound woo-woo, but I truly believe that to be successful in any endeavor, any business, any side hustle that you decide to start, it's just about believing that it's possible. And not only that it's possible for other people, but it's possible for you. And I know it sounds like fucking basic, but the thing is, if you don't even believe that you can get started and you can see results and that you can hit those 10K months, 50K months, 100K months, then you're never going to do the inputs that are required of you to achieve those spectacular results. And so I really truly believe with every fiber in my being that a lot of life is just believing that it's possible for you, believing that you can have every single thing that you want in this life. Dude, when I was younger and I always dreamed of having a Corvette, I knew I was going to get it. I always knew I was going to retire my mom, and now I've done all of those things. And so it's like, what's next for me? Getting the Lambo, getting the mansion in the hills, getting the private jet. I believe that all of those things will happen for me. And maybe in like 5 years when I'm on that private jet and I own it, we'll play this clip back. But I think so much of life truly is about believing that it is possible for you. What would you do if you had to restart with no followers, no money, and no connections today? If I truly had nothing and I was starting from zero, I think the most important thing is being a student of the game, learning from people who have done what you want to do, learning from people who have done those 100K months, learning from people who have done it for a very long time and consistently for a very long time. But when you're just starting out, you can't have an ego about things. If you have experience with sales or marketing or content in the past, TikTok Shop Affiliate is a new thing. It's something you have to learn and get better at every single day. So I would first make sure I have a good understanding of what actually makes videos go viral and convert into sales, what makes a winning product, how to find winning products, how to post your first videos. I would learn how many times I should be posting, look at my analytics and figure out what I need to double down on, what's getting me sales, what I need to cut off, what's a waste of time because it's not getting me sales. Everything I mentioned in this video, just take that. That's exactly what I would do if I had to start all over. I would learn from the people who have done what it is I want to do, and then I would just get started. don't overthink it. Just get your account, join the TikTok Shop Affiliate Program, and start posting your first videos. What is the biggest mental trap that most new affiliates fall into after a couple sales? I think the biggest mental trap that I see with a lot of affiliates is that they'll have one product that bangs or a video that makes them a ton of money. And I think they just get like complacent. They see like, oh, I made $100 today, $500, $1,000. I've even had some of my best days ever, $10,000. And they just stop posting. They stop doing the inputs that got them there in the first place. And so you have to understand, like, the way I look at life, and I was literally telling my girlfriend this today, is like, it's a new day. I made $15,000 yesterday in pure profit from my business, and I don't give a shit. It's a new day. That win from yesterday doesn't count. What am I gonna do today that's gonna get me to where I need to go? And so you have to stop reliving your old wins and thinking that that's gonna carry you for the rest of the year. No, every single day is a new battle. You should be posting every single day. You should be getting better every single day. You should be testing every single day. And then, like I mentioned as well earlier in the video, when you do have a viral video that gets you sales, what exactly should you be doing? You should be doubling down on that angle, that hook, recreating it a million times, using comment replies, but never, ever, ever get complacent with, a win. I promise, the second you let your foot off the gas, that's when shit starts going downhill, and you're gonna wish that you continued posting and you stayed consistent. By the way, if you are truly serious about TikTok Shop Affiliate, I offer one-on-one mentorship to hold your hand throughout the entire process of making real money with TikTok Shop Affiliate. I've helped people like Alberto, who hit $1,000 profit week after being stuck for so long with no sales, Braden, who hit a $2,000 profit week, Tom, who hit a $600 profit day, another one of my students who hit a $1,400 profit day. I mean, guys, we are getting insane results in my program. And the best part is I am still in the game. I'm not like these other gurus or mentors that have not posted TikTok Shop Affiliate videos in a year. I literally had the #1 video on the Daily Virals like 2 days ago. I'm still hitting $1,000 days consistently. So I'm not like these other gurus. I'm posting every single day, and I am literally in the trenches with you. So you're not getting just old strategies that maybe used to work, but you're getting current up-to-date strategies that actually work today. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, click the top link in the description. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Get after it.